Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Dr. Dawn Michael, and today I'm going to be discussing with women about the importance of sex in a marriage. And of course, if you're a man, you can listen along as well. But I'm really going to be stressing the point for women how important sex and sexual intimacy is to your husband. And if he feels like he's not having that intimacy with his wife, that he's feeling rejected, or that she no longer desires him, then many times it's going to create deep resentment. It could also result in him cheating or to the point where he wants to leave the marriage. And the reality of the situation is none of these are good options. And so, what can you do so this doesn't happen to begin with? So, let's say that typically, not all the time, but you're in a marriage. In the beginning, your sex life is pretty good. The frequency is there, maybe a couple times a week. You're enjoying each other. And then life happens, whether it's having children. Sometimes it could be that you're just not feeling good. It could be that your job becomes more important. Whatever the situation is, the sex life that you had, or the intimacy, the closeness, the frequency, it changes. Now, that's okay if it changes for a period of time and there's, adjustment in people's lives and things happen. But if it doesn't go back to where it was in the beginning or similarly, it's not always going to be the same. But if you don't establish that routine again, then there's going to eventually be problems in the marriage. And if you yourself are having problems with desire, or that maybe sex isn't feeling good, it's not something that you really think about that often or that you find important, or maybe you just don't feel sexual yourself. The problem being is that your husband does, and he is feeling rejected, lonely, and not desired. Most men report that when their wife desires them, when she even initiates sex and intimacy, he feels better about himself. He feels more confident with the marriage, and he feels closer to his wife. And all of these things are great for a marriage and a long term marriage. Many times, if the intimacy or the sex is not there for long periods of time, um, men don't feel close to their wives. And it's different for women sometimes because women can have that connection, that closeness outside the bedroom, where if they're having a friendship or they're hugging or they're kissing, that could be the closeness that they feel, but men report that the closeness and the connection they feel with their wife is inside the bedroom, having sex, having intercourse, being intimate that way. And so men and women really do have different ideas on intimacy and closeness. And so, if you're a woman and you find that you're just not feeling that way anymore, then you really do need to get help for it, especially if your husband has come to you on many occasions and said that, I want to be intimate with you, I want to have sex with you, and you feel like he's pestering you or he's bothering you. Uh, don't brush it under the rug, and don't discount him, because many times men will start to build resentment up, and then they'll stop doing the little things that are important. They'll stop paying attention, or they'll stop wanting to go out on a date night or do certain things. So this can really have this cyclical problem where maybe as the wife, as the woman, you're feeling he's not helping out, he's not being affectionate enough, and so you're not wanting to open up and have sex with him in the bedroom. But if you take some time to sit with him and say, hey, I do want to be intimate with you, I do want to have sex with you, let's try it this way, or feel empowered to ask him to be intimate, feel like you want to be sexy again. You want to desire him and you want him to desire you. All that is a mental state. Unless you're having some type of a physical problem, it could be hormones or there's some pain involved, many times women just forget to be sexual. I know this may sound strange to men because most men don't forget to be sexual. They think about sex oftentimes a day, but women could go for days where they don't think about sex. They don't feel sexy and they don't feel sexual. And so having an established routine, getting back into feeling sexy, doing things to make yourself feel sexy, that is going to really help in trying to get your sex life back on track. And if you feel like you need help in that area, get it. Don't wait. Don't wait for months and years to go by, because once that resentment sets in, it is hard to tackle it. It is hard to take away those years where the two of you could have been intimate. And so you want to be proactive in your marriage and take the time to work on your sex life now. Don't wait another day if you're having a problem. So I hope that you got something out of this video. And if you liked it, please give me a thumbs up, leave your comment, and subscribe to my channel. As you know, I believe everyone deserves to have a healthy sex life, and so do you.